Just another brother with another humble question. Just another brother with another humble question.
Welcome to A Brother with Questions. I am your host, B. Man, I appreciate you for joining me. It's been a while. I took a little hiatus there. Had to go out of town. Didn't have anything to record with. But I'm back and at a very peculiar time. But before we get going, man, please like, subscribe to the channel, and click that little notification button so every time one of these videos drops, man, you know it's here. So, I came to do today's show, and it's only one thing to talk about right now. There was an assassination is what we're being told, an attempt on former President Donald Trump's life at a rally in Pennsylvania. Everybody, I'd imagine, knows by now. Young man by the name of Thomas Crooks shot. I want to say the number was 5 shots at the rally for former President Trump in Pennsylvania. They say a little north of Pittsburgh. As a Steelers fan, that sounds very interesting, but how close they were to the city. But he took some 5 shots at the president. It would seem one of those shots at least grazed his ear, and he obviously missed with the others, but he did hit an innocent bystander that got killed, and they're telling us that there are 2 people, last I heard, 2 people in critical condition, and at now this point we are trying to understand. Apparently, 20-year-old kid decided to take shots at the president. Like, what was a former president, Donald Trump? And so, I mean, again, a lot of things. I was debating about doing a reaction video to this, but I felt like it was inappropriate in the sense that you've already seen the reaction, and so I just thought it more appropriate just to share my thoughts on it. And if you care to listen, you listen. If you don't, you don't. But there's a lot of people sharing thoughts, and so I figured I'd throw my 2 cents in too. And so what I've been finding interesting, because I'm still honestly working through what I think, but what I found very interesting is, number one, the initial aftermath. So you go to the internet, and the initial aftermath, I saw one young lady whose name shall remain nameless, but she was discussing how it was probably all a hoax and it was all staged. And so, I ponder that and I go, okay, somebody got shot, at least 1 person died, 2 people injured, and we're thinking this was okay. Then some of the other things that I saw were I don't know if you want to call it sadness on people's parts, but the disappointment that it actually didn't hit him, as if to say, I wish he would have died, I guess, because it's an election year and now he couldn't be running for president. I don't know what these people are thinking, but again, okay. And then there was the other side, the retaliation. Oh, they need to do this to Biden now. And it just makes me ponder, where are we as a society that a man's life is a former president at that? And like him, dislike him, I don't care. That doesn't even matter. Number one, he's a person. So that's number one. Why would anybody wish death upon anybody? And then number two, as a former president, you think that he has the type of security that something like this wouldn't happen in 2024. And so it's just a very odd place, I feel like, that we're in, where one, apparently we can't protect former presidents in 2024, because it amazes me that this kind of slipped through the cracks. But then on top of that, the discord that we are as a country, where we're either thinking that he planned this in some bold effort to bolster his election chances, or we're disappointed that he didn't die so now he still gets to run, or we're wanting to retaliate, and do it to the other side now. Where are we? What happened to humanity in this country? I mean, it's just politics, people. And politics matter, and elections have consequences. But at the end of the day, it's still just politics. Whatever man or woman you choose will be there for 4 years, and a new person will come in, and that new person will run his or her course as well. But regardless of who's there, you're going to wake up prayerfully every morning. You can go to your job prayerfully every morning. Your kids prayerfully are going to be healthy and wake up too. Your mom, your grandma, right? Your life is going to continue. Life doesn't stop or change drastically typically because of the presidential change. So for us to be so polarized, so manic, what happened? What happened to civility? What happened to love? Because in this moment, while there are some that are going to be pondering, because this is the 2024 news cycle where you need news 24/7, 88 days a week. I don't know. It seems like it's forever. So they're going to ponder the election now. They're going to ponder, because they can't find a lot so far on this young man. We're going to hear all kinds of stories. But at the end of the day, a man's life was attempted on. Thankfully, he didn't die. Because regardless of whether you like him, nobody should be wishing death upon President Biden or Donald Trump or anybody else who's trying to run for office. Quite frankly, they are, whether you agree or disagree who's the best candidate, there's still people that have a right to live. There's still people who, in their case, I'm sure their mothers and fathers have already passed away, but there's still people who are mothers, who are fathers, who are grandfathers, right? Perhaps great grandfathers. I don't know. They're certainly old enough to probably be, but their uncles. There's people that are gonna miss them tremendously, regardless of whether or not you thought they were the best person for the country. And for that reason alone, we should be showing grace, love, humility in this moment, because it's never that serious. If you don't like his policies, don't vote for him. And if you don't want him to win, get enough people around you rallied up enough that y'all go out and vote, and hopefully it goes the way you want. But the idea that anybody would be celebrating, or I don't know, I just think it's sick to think that the man is so demented he would stage an assassination. Like, I get that you don't like him, but are you kidding me? So in this moment, because I'm going to close, in this moment, I hope we can reflect on who we are as a people before we get to the election. That who are we? That we all can't just take a moment and pray for civility, pray for love, because this is a moment. This election is a moment, and this election too shall pass. And regardless of who wins in November, they'll get 4 years, and somebody else will show up. Death is not the solution. And on that note, I'm B. Period, and I'm out.
Yeah.